just watched a video on TikTok and it got me going through the whole account or channel or page. I don't know what it's called, but it's a lady that has cancer. She's pretty young. Started as ovarian cancer. Seems like it moved on to colon cancer, and since I never like get on TikTok, TikTok was like, oh, so you care about, like dying and dead people, and it brought up the video of someone that I know who lost her family tragically, and it just got me thinking, like, life is so short. It really is a breath of time. It's so easy to waste. I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste the gift of life on anger and resentment and arguing and depression and anxiety and laziness, addiction. I don't want to waste anything. Lately, I've really felt like God's calling for a radical shift. Like, I just feel this yearning, this longing for, like, being different than I am. And it's like, when is life ever gonna be at a point where we can do that? Like, when are things gonna slow down enough? When are we gonna catch our breath long enough to change, start something new? You have to force it. You have to choose that. It's never gonna slow down. I was thinking yesterday that I wish that there was another COVID where everybody had to quarantine and stay at home, and all of a sudden we'd have all this time overnight where we could work on, like, being better. For so long, I've wanted to start memorizing scripture with my kids. I want to set up a little family hub where there's dry erase boards and there's like chore charts and scripture reading and schedules, and we can sit and we can talk and the kids know what's happening, and it can be the heart of our home where we come to over and over again to remember what's important and to have something to ground us. And I haven't done it. I mean, last summer, it's almost, tomorrow is May 1st, and last year, I wanted to do that last year, like have like a chore chart and scripture memory, and I even got some like kids Fruit of the Spirit flashcards, and then we just never did anything with it. And I'm tired of putting things off. I'm tired of not doing life how it should be done. And what the videos on TikTok reminded me of is that we are not guaranteed tomorrow. The lady I was watching her video with cancer, like, her sweet boy, she has like a 3 or 4-year-old boy who's asking her questions about like what's gonna happen and why is she leaving him and where is she gonna be, and she didn't expect to have to answer those questions. The person I know who lost her family, she didn't expect that was her last day with them. And I wonder if tomorrow was my last day, Would I regret how I spent today? Yeah. Yeah. You know, I'm standing in front of our kitchen sink, and I'd like to think that the phone is just at a bad angle and that's why my face looks like this, but it's just what I look like now. The sink is full of dirty dishes. You can see the hutch behind me and the table and just all the junk. Just the mess, the constant keeping up with things instead of people, instead of God, instead of each other, instead of joy, instead of serving. And I have a tendency to come up with ideas really easily, and then I execute very quickly, too quickly. And a lot of times it's not the right move, it's not the right timing, or there's no resolve. It reminds me of the seed that falls in the rocky path. Like, it'll spring up quickly, but there's nowhere for the roots to go. That's the moral of my life. Springing up quickly, only to die out very fast and ugly and no longevity. I want to get rid of stuff. I want to have a minimalist lifestyle. Like, I want to not buy things all the time. I want my house to be clean because there's no junk. Like, because what we use, we put away, and what we have, we need, and we're not just overloaded with all this extra heavy stuff. You know, I want to do that. I have a garage sale coming up, and I'm worried that I'm gonna do what I always do. Where, come here, baby. It's okay. Hi, Snotty. I'm worried that I'm gonna do what I always do, where I go hard at something for 5 minutes, and then I backslide, and I backslide hard. This year's a perfect example of January. We tried. Hi. January we tried kind of a life change plan, 5 for 75 hard, but it wasn't hard, it was like light. You know, it's all these things that are great, healthy things. Hi, Maverick. Hi. And we did it for like a month, and it was a great month, and I lost weight, and I felt great, and like we made progress, and I was really proud of myself for keeping up with it for a whole month. But it's about to be May. January was good, and then February, March, April was the opposite of good. February, March, April was a binge, making up for the control of, like, if January was self-control and growth, February, March, April was 3 times the lack of self-control and binging, and what's the opposite of growth? Death? Hi. Shrinking. Opposite of growth is backwards. I don't know. Spending money, eating, anger, depression. I'm afraid that if I just start getting rid of things, and I have maybe a good week or a good garage sale or whatever, good weekend, one day even, like, I'm afraid of, like, okay, I'm gonna take 1 step forward and 3 steps back. I am gonna get rid of stuff on a whim, and then immediately like start buying things again, and my house could be full of junk again. I don't know. I guess what started this video is if tomorrow was my last day, how would I spend today? I don't want to spend it piled in stuff. Yeah, I want to have the capacity to do more, to be more, to live better. Gosh. You know, with depression, yes, I know, baby, you want a toy. With depression, it's like I have, it's like I've spent the last 10 years of my life wishing that today was the day I would wake up. Wishing that I could wake up today. That not just literally in the morning, like get out of bed, that too. But that today would be the day that the scales would be lifted from my eyes. And so, you know, some days it feels like they're gone. When I was watching those TikTok videos, I looked up from my phone and I looked around my house and I felt motivated and I felt hopeful and I felt clarity. Like, yeah, there are things that matter and there are things that don't matter. Press into the things that matter and let go of everything else. And that's a good day. That's a good day. But with depression, like when's the next bad day? Is it this afternoon? Is it tomorrow? Is it next week? Is it next month? The next 6 months? I don't know. This video is just me being transparent, obviously. I mean, this is probably the worst quality video in the world, but what are you gonna do? You know, you gotta start somewhere, and I don't even know if anybody will ever see this, but I hope that if somebody does watch this and they feel how I feel, that at least they know they're not alone. And we can get through this together. My plan for today is to keep that eternal perspective in mind, that this life is short, and that let go of the things that don't matter, you know, just let go. Psalm 16 is, I listened to a John Piper sermon on Psalm 16 in the car the other day, and I've been listening. There's a Shane and Shane song, Psalm 16. I could actually like open the Bible and read it. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll start off by that once I'm done with this video. That's the first thing. I want to memorize that. I want to memorize Psalm 16, and maybe I'll make a video once I do. Do you believe in Mama? It's Taggy baby. Oh, you Taggy boy. He loves the tags. He loves the tags. All right. I've rambled long enough. Nobody's gonna watch this. But I'll upload it. Who knows? Who knows what'll happen? I can always delete it later, right?